Well, Coasters, it's Bruce here, and today, in the most amazing sunny day, I'm at Mokihinui. That's how I say it anyway. And I'm with Tony and Di at the Mokihinui Pub. They've bought the place. What made you buy a pub on the coast?
Pretty much we started looking at retirement, just looking into...
You're too young to retire.
Yeah,
But it's a long-term plan.
I got you.
it started out as a 5-year plan which rolled into 5 months. We'd had an opportunity to see this area on the internet and the bar being for sale.
Yeah.
And so we came on down and it went off the internet, and then we thought, well, that's opportunity lost. And then September of 2019 it came back on again, and straight away down here just to have a look.
Down here, so we was up there.
We were in Tokoroa for the past 10 years.
Right.
And we've had been in the hospitality business for over 25. So looking after hotels, motels, holiday parks. The area suited because of that experience we had. Holiday park being across the road, or campground, whichever you want to call it. And yeah, just a great environment.
And I guess being a coaster, I've spent a lot of time here, and I mean you've only got to look at the leaflet that comes out for Makanui, iconic whitebaiting village.
Exactly.
Isn't that awesome?
That's cool.
It certainly is, and one of the draw cards for here, we both love fishing. Something that we haven't actually tried ourselves is the whitebaiting, but from my understanding of what we've been spoken to regarding locals, real estate agents, so on, gave us that opportunity to purchase the place, and the whitebait season probably being a third of the income of the year. 1/3 to get and sit around and relax and just do what you normally do in paradise, I guess.
And the other third at Christmas.
And Christmas and New Year is your other one.
Because the camping ground here is really, really popular.
Yeah.
The fishing's fantastic.
We have had one Christmas here, and it was just full on. It was just really what we like. It's back to the basics of Kiwi lifestyle. I was born and bred in Nelson, so I've done a lot of camping at Quinny's Bush and things like that when I was a kid. Marlborough Sounds. When you come out here to Makanui, it's all about the families. Kids being able to be kids and fish, swim, do whatever. It's really great to see.
So Di, during the whitebait season, will we be able to buy a whitebait meal here?
Probably not, actually.
Oh, really?
It's very hard to sell whitebait to whitebaiters.
Oh, of course.
But if they get enough, sure to have it on the menu if we can.
Oh, look, that's awesome. And so, obviously, when does the whitebait season start? It's in
1st of September.
Right.
Is the kick-off, but prior to there, we have, from our understanding, we have a lot of people come in prior to that to set up their stands. So there's 2 weeks prior they'll come in and set up, and then it's not just the whitebait season. Then we get another couple of weeks after that where they've got to pull everything down. If it's been a good season, they'll stay right to the end. If it's been a little bit like last year, they'll pop off and they'll be gone before the end of the season.
It's like every coastal river settlement on the coast where the whitebait season is actually a very important part of making it economical to live there.
100%.
And that's, of course, that's really important. So do you have accommodation, or do you rely on the motor camp?
We rely on the camp. The camp people themselves that look after it, Jeff and Carol, absolutely fantastic. The grounds are kept very, very tidy here. And now the new facilities, and with the money that's been spent on those facilities over there, and through our experience of relieving holiday parks and hotels and motels, the facilities there now are pretty much second to none. They are brilliant.
So how many locals have we got here? You got 30? 25?
Yeah. Permanent locals, yeah.
And from a lifestyle point of view, will there be weddings here? Will there be 21sts here? Will there be
Whatever needs to be.
Yeah, I guess
We've already been approached a couple of times for unveilings from the cemetery, which is just up the road.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's, I mean, there's the people that are obviously passing away, and then there's this, our little place, our little hub as we call it, the community hub. It's really great that people can utilise that. They don't have to travel around, and if they did want to lair up and have a bit of a good time, there's plenty of accommodation as well. So, and it's affordable accommodation. That's the key point.
How much is affordable?
Well, I think for a powered site for 2 people it's $25.
Oh, you're joking.
No,
that's
straight across
that's
from
really
us is some little bunk rooms over there. Bring your own sleeping bag, your own pillow, and throw them $10, and you can spend the night, and then you've got the use of all the facilities. So,
Yeah.
and then there's 4 cabins or like little units. The self-contained one being the most expensive, but that's $65 for 2 people. Well, where do you go in New Zealand for that? And have what we have.
So if someone was staying in the $65 a night, the Ritz, can they get a meal here?
Yes, they certainly can.
So do you do breakfasts or
We open from midday
yeah?
through till late at night, for the simple reason that we find that people will socialise more in the night period than they do first thing in the morning. And not only that, but it's us, it's just Di and I, and that's, I'll go back to saying lifestyle, that's why we bought it. But with it just being us, it's no pressure really, we just do what we have to do.
So you've got a few locals that live here permanent as well?
Yes.
Yep.
What about that crusty old fella that lives down the corner?
Who's that?
That Climo
Oh,
fella.
they're not too, we don't see much of them, he's too busy driving buses.
Is he? Well, there was a day when he'd drink more beer than you'd be able to serve. He was awesome.
Maybe we should get him back.
Well, look, Tony, Di, great to be here,
Yeah, thanks
and
for coming out.
good luck with the whitebait season. I know how important it is from a business point of view, but I
Yes.
also know how important it is that families get out on the river.
And it is about that, and I think everybody in New Zealand knows now that anything can happen around the world, and all of a sudden you've got to come back to some basics, and this is it.
And it's cool to see that with like whitebait, you do get the dads and their sons still come out, and then they're bringing their grandkids out, and it's part of a family experience for them too. It's not just a holiday place. It's let's go and do the whitebaiting, but it's generational.
Absolutely, and it's not all about catching. It's great to catch whitebait, but it's not a disaster when you don't.
No.
Especially if you've got the grandkids there, or if you've got the kids. It's a fantastic thing.
Yeah, it's quite hard to sort of imagine unhappy people, happy people. How was whitebaiting? It was absolutely rubbish, but
Yeah.
pass us another beer,
Yeah, wash out.
Yeah. So yeah, and as Di's pointed out, it's that generational thing too, where it's still nice to see Kiwis as Kiwis and passing on that knowledge that's been there since. Well, I don't know. You've heard so many stories about how much they used to catch to where we are today, and it's still obviously sustainable in my opinion because it's still there generation after generation after generation.
Well, for me, the driving part is that every coast, township or little settlement that lives on a river down by the sea relies for nearly a third of its income on the whitebait season.
Oh,
Yep.
totally agree with that.
And so that's really important to all of us. And
Yeah.
look, I'll enjoy coming back in the whitebait season, and hopefully someone will have given you some.
whitebait you can have.
And if they haven't, I'll bring some myself. You cook it up. But look, welcome. It's great to see
Thanks
you.
so much.
And look, if there's anything that we can ever do, give us a yell. But really appreciate the time taking to catch up with us.
Thank you. Cheers.